Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Wumbara here on your Boom Radio NG. My name is Sola Dolupo, and I bid you a warm welcome to the bar today. Um, like I said, it's going to be a very interesting one. Thank God it is Friday, so we're going to be talking about a lot of things at the bar today. Um, the controversy about the presidential jets and Ogun State and the Chinese company. We're going to be talking a lot about that definitely today. It is new music now, just so we're going to be talking about that. Mpox is slowly becoming a thing in Nigeria and around the world. So I think it's something that we're going to be talking about, putting a bit of facts and a bit of explanation on it, so that maybe we would help ourselves. Also, Premier League is back. Yep, Premier League is back. So we're going to be doing a bit of that as well, and a bit of other things, as there's a lot of gist actually, and the gist of single father and single mother living together with 4 children. Anyway, we'll talk about that and a whole lot of things today at the bar. So sit back, relax as we get into today's show. And with me in the studio is Charlotte Rogers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's always a pleasure to be at the bar. So go tell somebody that, the bar is open.
Okay, so like I said, we're going to be talking about a lot of things today. It's interesting how the things that have been popping up. First things first, on the front burner is the controversy around presidential jets. And this seems to have gotten a lot of people talking. What is the problem? The federal government has come to. However, let's put down a bit of conversation around it. So the issue is that there is an issue between Ogun State, I think as far back as 2017, or as far back as I think 2007 or something. But I think this case basically started with Ogun State around 2017, between them and a Chinese company. However, where the issue comes is what happened to, why is the federal government's presidential jets, I think jets that they want to sell off, why are any of those jets in the conversation? Which I think is something that we need to talk about, which that's one of the issues that the federal government is saying, that why is their own jet part, why is federal government property in the mix of a case that has to do with just Ogun State?
Okay, so I don't know much about how subnationals deal in other countries, but subnationals in Nigeria seem to have a free hand to do a whole lot. And this deal started with the tenure of Governor, now Senator Benga Daniel.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, he left as governor. Governor Musu came in, and I think that was when the deal was cancelled or scrapped or whatever. And it's been like that ever since. They've been back and forth about it. According to Ogun State government, they're saying that, look, even the claims by that company to have lost money is not true, that maybe all they built was a fence or something.
Yeah, they were saying something of such.
That's what Ogun State is saying. However, this Chinese company took them to court. And some of these deals are actually supposed to be guaranteed by the federal government. That's why before people get into all these external or internal debts or projects, they should be at par with the government. They should be on the same page. Government should know that you're committing yourself to this,
So
and that.
are they saying that they use the federal government's jets as collateral in this conversation?
No, it's just that the Chinese company is looking for a way to recoup their alleged losses in the deal. Now, again, in business, it's not about what people have put in alone that they can claim. They can also claim, in some instances, their projections. That, look, you're the one that didn't keep to your own side of the deal. We were about to make some money, and we've lost a lot. We've invested this, and that. And that's where the problem lies now. Now, there was another similar deal, according to Ogun State. They are linking this to making it similar to the PI and D deal, where some foreign company comes into Nigeria. There's a rules about some deal. The deal doesn't happen. They sue Nigeria. They get a big payoff.
Yeah.
It looks like a system that some companies actually deploy to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Ogun State is putting this down to. However, the international courts don't care about that. What they care about is what are the facts of the case. So this government has a lot of work to do. I heard that they are appealing and they are doing all this and that. And they also claim that they've reached out to the company several times for some kind of out-of-court settlement. The Chinese company was asking for a arm and a leg. And it's looking like maybe they'll be asking for just a arm now. Who knows?
So right now, my question, I won't call it a question, is that how easy, like, and I think that I'm not even going to say that I'm on anybody's side, but however, I think that a lot of states do put a lot of deals out there, and like you said, a lot of these companies are just looking for a payout. There's some things that don't make sense. How is it that are you saying that Ogun State does not have assets that can be frozen?
Maybe they don't have internationally that can be frozen.
Okay, maybe they do not have. Maybe they have. We don't know. But are we saying that it has to be the federal government? You have now roped the federal government into something that, because yes, at the end of the day, we'll say that government is a continuum. The governor of the state, whether he was there when it happened or not, you became the governor, all the assets and liabilities of the state become yours.
Yeah.
So, my issue with it is that when do we draw the line? Because now, states do as they like. When it comes to a lot of things in Nigeria, they seem to do whatever it is they like. But when it now comes to issues, the federal government still has to clean up your mess. You will do as you like. It's the federal government that will go and look for, that will pay your collateral. It's the federal government that will give you bailout. It's federal government that will give you allocation to pay your salaries. It's federal government that would. So what's not the point of the states?
Good question. What's the point of the states? Very good question. And again, because that's what the Constitution says, because that's the structure that we have met on ground, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, sadly. However, it's also down to, individual brilliance or competence or incompetence in the case of the managers of the subnationals now, meaning the governors themselves, and how well they handle the business of governance. One of the things that has always been a problem is the lack of continuum. It's politics.
Yeah.
I am not saying this is what happened, but I have a feeling that this is what it is. Benga Daniel was PDP, and Amosu was AMPP or something before he joined the new group that created APC and all of that. Do you get? And at times, some of these deals are cancelled solely based on that. So solely,
yeah,
I'm not saying that the deals might not have their own issues, but at times we bring politics into it. There's no continuity.
Yeah.
And the next
you
thing
don't really see the validity of it and check it out, but because you don't like the person that was governor there before, yes, we see a lot of those things.
It happens within parties, intra-party.
Yeah.
Something like that happened in Lagos where they got a new governor. Didn't mention anybody's name. And it was just...
You didn't mention anybody's name.
Did I?
How many governors had Lagos had in that?
I don't know. Do your history.
How many governors?
I don't know.
You didn't mention anybody's name. What if
the
you not
person
mention their
came
name?
and basically just started his own thing. So I was not following the laid down, master plan.
It was probably smarter than the master plan.
Maybe not. Never. Can we tell? Never. All right, so the bottom line remains that this could have been a political move. Like, okay, you know what? This governor was doing this. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do something different. And that's why when I looked at the huge stats, the number of abandoned projects in Nigeria, you will weep for your country. That one of the things I liked the Buhari government for was that they decided to do those old projects.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Because there are too many abandoned projects.
Too many. It's ridiculous.
And maybe that's what affected this deal with this Chinese company. However, they don't even have a right to seize the Nigerian jets because they're not commercial. They are solely for what? For what again?
I don't know.
They're solely for the government. Like the government does not, they don't make money off it. So they're under that diplomatic immunity. You cannot come and say you're taking a plane that was not part of your deal and whatever. So, but this is their own way of also getting your attention to say, you know what?
Yeah, but
We want to
now
get our
my
money
issue is
this way or
that,
the other.
and this is something I will talk about in Nigerian courts. Apparently, this is not even a Nigerian court. That shouldn't the court have known some of these things?
Depends on the facts before the court. Depends on the case before the court.
Okay.
Depends on the prayer before the court.
Makes sense. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And how well have we been a part of that judicial process? Like, as the Ogun State government or the Nigerian government or both of them,
were they
have they been fully represented?
Okay.
Have they been fully briefed? Are they fighting this case in every court where this case is being called? Because look, this Chinese government will go from here to there because some of these things can actually be settled at government to government level.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you know what? Tell your guys to pull out that case.
I honestly think that
the
Ogun State took this thing with levity. That's the way I see when I read a bit of things and even what they said. I think they actually took it with levity. And however, opposition decided to take it up with themselves, which I wasn't expecting anything different. It is what it is. That like now the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has said that the presidential jet seizure is an international embarrassment.
Okay. All right. Is that all you're going to say?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I'm sure he said more than...
he had a very long
so I would
thread.
like to hear it because I've not read it. I've not seen it.
Oh, that's the bottom line, Sha. That's how can Nigeria be owing... how is
I can't comment on an headline, and sadly, I didn't read the story.
I read a bit of it. However, what I can deduce from it is that it was a solely, what's the word now? Solely opposition post. Why I would say that is that reading a bit of the facts on the ground, he basically roped the federal government into it. However, if we really read the facts and check the facts on ground, the federal government has nothing to do with this deal. It's solely about Ogun State. The only reason why the federal government is roped into it is that the federal property is now being roped in the case and it's now being seized. Do you understand? When I read it, I was like, okay, maybe should have done a bit more reading. Maybe this should be more directed at Ogun State and not the federal government. But it is what it is.
At times, people fail to realize something. The only thing I can comment on is your reason, the motive that you're trying to figure out the motive behind Peter Obi's comment on the jet matter. And of people did the same thing. Of course, we know that when the PDP was in government, their biggest critics were what? The APC. Nobody can take that away.
Oh yeah.
So if we move back,
if
we move back, I'm talking about it from the political, solely from the political angle at the moment. If you step back a bit, you look at it and say, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's politics at play. Again, remember that everybody understands their audience. Mr. Obi has to continually put this out so that his people too will know that, look, our principal is on top of this and we're on it. And that's politics. It's on the people who they are hitting to come back with fresh facts, to say, no, you're completely wrong. This has nothing to do with the federal government. This has something to do with a subnational that had a deal, and you, as a former governor, should realize that this is how these things work. But sadly, you decide, so it's politics, So at the end of the day, it's back and forth. Everybody's playing the politics. You get.
I agree.
But if he comes across as maybe he missed the point, he has still achieved something by making you look bad.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not everybody. It's not everybody that will realize that.
Oh, okay, so we have a comment. BT616 says, "Is it true that Chinaman stole Nigeria's airplane?"
Ouch!
Why do you have ways of couching some of these things?
It's not true exactly. It's not. It's not completely true.
Not completely true. I don't even know where to even start from at this point.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, so why do I don't want to? You know why? It's because
But
again, it's Ogun State.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's Ogun State again.
Who should be defending Ogun by now? Is it not Peterman? Oh, Peterman is Oyo, Abi. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I meant Chico. Oh my God, Chico. What difference does it make? What difference does it make?
The first one is better. This second one no work. Oh my God.
Anyway, basically, I honestly, and I said it before, I think that Ogun State is to blame on this. Ogun State government did not step up their game on it. Probably they thought that they were just going to, it was just going to happen and they will let it slide. It did not happen. But now they have roped the federal government, but the Attorney General of the Federation has said that he's on top of it, is working with the Ogun State government to reverse this judgment. And solely, after reading what the federal government said, they're basically saying that they only on this because they want to collect their property back. I don't know.
Yeah, but
oh my God.
Okay, you're
so
shouting.
Now you might be seeing that some of your comments are not showing. We can see some of them at the back end actually,
But they're not popping up on
they're
YouTube.
not popping up on YouTube. I don't know why. Maybe that's a YouTube problem. However, this
Apparently.
particular one, I would have loved if it did not pop up.
On the back end.
He's now the one that decided to pop up on YouTube, where he says Dapo is in charge now. What do you expect?
Yeah. But in fairness to him, this didn't happen under him. But him being in charge, maybe he could have nipped it in the bud years ago. Okay, yeah. I get that angle.
He's been governor for 5 years.
Yes, so he could have actually stepped up and said, Nick, this is a naughty issue. Let us clear it, and let's clear it out now.
Yeah, it needs to be sorted and settled quickly. So, on that one,
but to be honest, you might not like what Mr. Peter Obi said, but it's a tad bit embarrassing if you.
Oh yes, it is embarrassing.
Not everybody outside Nigeria knows that. Some people don't even know about states. Some people don't even know that Nigeria is a country. Some people who think that maybe you're some part of another place.
That's why I'm saying that
the name is the one that's been dragged in the mud at the end of the day.
Okay, so he has a question.
Okay.
And the question is, are there plans? Okay, are there planes for the new Gateway Airport?
No, are the planes? Are you sure?
Oh, are the planes for the new gate?
No.
No, this one.
No.
It's federal government plane. It's the federal government. However, those planes, though, 2 of those planes are supposed to be sold. I think they were part of the planes that former President Muhammadu Buhari had said that.
Yeah. And again, the plan they claimed was that they were going to reduce the presidential fleet.
Yeah.
And all of that.
So those were part of the planes they actually wanted to sell off. So no, they are not for Ogun State. They are meant for the president. Between the presidency and the Nigerian Air Force, basically those. So they are not Ogun State planes in any way.
Yeah, they're
so
federal government planes.
I was going to say that, and like I said before, that's the problem. You people as governors cannot be forming, you want to be governor, you want to be president of your state, and you cannot deal with your issues. But every time you have small issues, the federal government, who is obviously your daddy, still has to come to your aid all the time. Oh my God.
Okay.
Peter Matt says, shame on Ogun State. This will never have happened in Oyo State.
Yeah, I knew it was going to come through with that Oyo angle. Okay, well, statistically and factually, it hasn't happened in Oyo before.
It hasn't happened in Oyo before.
So he gets a pass on that one, But still, it doesn't take away the fact that it's wrong. And
yeah, it is.
You don't need to like Peter Obi. Really and truly, is embarrassing, regardless of how anybody wants to spin it or do it. He didn't get the facts. Yes, he didn't get the facts right. But as the plane,
is it embarrassing?
It
oh,
is.
Yes, it is. It is.
It is. That's
we
what
cannot,
it is.
That we cannot take away.
And just when you think you've heard it all, you've seen it all, my people just have a way of just dragging us down again. Like, now they are seizing your plane.
Nigerian.
Is it that you people didn't pay for the plane?
Nigerian states, like I've said before, let's all collapse everything together.
And you know the funny thing is,
because these governors,
there's a lot of banter online now. It's even gone beyond banter between Nigeria and South Africa. If I was a South African, this is one angle that I'm going to use now. Don't say I was encouraging them. It's just that, we seem to enjoy these online battles, country to country. And but this one has been going on for about a week now, and it started because of the lady that wanted to contest and was asked not to contest.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Peterman says, why don't I get notifications when you come online anymore?
I don't know. I think YouTube is acting
Oh
funny.
yeah, YouTube has been acting.
There's been a lot of
YouTube. Glitches happening, even
we
from
go
our
live,
own end.
It gets cut off.
It gets cut off, and then we have to
relaunch
it again and all that. That's been happening for like over a week.
Comments don't drop. We don't see them at times.
A lot of comments now. We have to go to the back end to read them. Not all the comments are up here.
We're so sorry about that.
We're so sorry about it. We'll check also again from our end, but
yeah.
We would. Okay, so Peterman says, by the way, God will punish Ben, but Jesus Christ.
Can you not paraphrase? Oh yeah, what's he saying?
God will punish Ben Batman Bruce if he brings Chidinma to Miss Nigeria. I think that ship has sailed, because I think that
the ship hasn't sailed.
No, what I mean by the ship has sailed, as I think that she's officially joining the Miss Universe Nigeria.
But has it happened yet? Has it happened?
No, it has not happened yet.
So the ship hasn't sailed.
Okay.
The ship hasn't
Honestly,
sailed. Anything can still happen.
Anything can still happen. However, to be honest with you, remember we were having this discussion yesterday, and I said that it's great that what a lot of Nigerians are stepping up for her. However, this Chidinma person, it might sound like hate, but she never what's the English now?
She didn't identify.
She never identified as a Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So the South African better not represent Ogun. Is she representing Ogun State? Because if I'm correct, you people. Wait, but you know where my issue with Miss Universe Nigeria is that I know that there are contestants for each state. Where would she now slot in? Because I think the contestants are already there. My issue with it, like I was saying yesterday, was that it's nice to say that what South Africa did to her is not good. However, she never identified as Nigerian. What happened to all the girls? And I think there was a social media influencer or something that wrote it that she's not saying that she shouldn't contest, but at the moment she should maybe wait till next year. Like, because of the people that have been on this thing for a year and all that, especially when the Miss Universe Nigeria has to do with
picking a
winner, part of the
to represent Nigeria.
Yes. She never identified as a Nigerian. We know that when it comes to, especially with Nigeria and the States, anybody represents anybody. You see Southerners being represented in the North, Northerners, we get that part. But the fact that she never actually, because now it looks like what the organizers are doing is just they just want to latch on the whole social media-ish. And of course, is for the fact that she's going to contest, it's going to bring a lot more eyeballs on their events. That's the way it looks to me.
Well, for me, basically, I believe strongly that when you have rules in place and you have structures in place, don't breach them. Don't bend over backwards for this kind of situations or any, because you'll be setting a bad precedent.
Precedent, yeah.
So is it that everybody that has a Nigerian heritage that gets bullied somewhere will now come back home to compete? We can quickly organize one from all these our people in diaspora now.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong to do that. However, I disagree with the way she was bullied. I actually feel that she was bullied. But again, if you must come to equity, you must come with clean hands.
Clean hands.
I hope that some of those allegations against her mom are not true, and that it's just people being angry that someone who they don't see as one of theirs is competing. Or contesting.
Yeah, so
them.
Peterman is talking to you, says Sola. They want to Chinedu Gbadebo us with Chidima. I don't know. I don't know what you people are doing. Oh my God. You can't be doing this. You cannot be doing this. Where you cannot be doing these things.
Really and truly, I buy into largely what Peterman has said, because again, it's just like you're just trying to say, no matter what happens, let's bring her home, let her come.
It just looks like people that want to sell markets,
but
want to use her to sell markets.
We've seen a whole lot of Nigerians, even when it's not an international competition. I saw a Nigerian kid who was, I think, the best in his school or something. He has Nigerian names and everything. And, he was basically in America talking about Nigeria. Do you get? You see them all the time. The ones that really, really want to be a part of it. Those are the ones that deserve it.
Exactly.
But hey, the owner of the pageant maybe he feels like it's my thing and I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I think that's the way he's looking. Right. That's the way he's looking. Anyway, we'll try to see where all that drama is going to. Since we're talking about drama, maybe we should just move a little bit to more drama. Now, there is a drama that started when a particular social media influencer who actually just picks random people to help in the name of Africanews and decided to help a particular guy. Oh, okay. So BT616 says, Dolupo question, if Chidima was Oyinlola, the energy from that part of the country would not be supporting her. Let's be honest. Possibly, yes. But if I were
it's if hypothetical,
it was me if it was me too, I would still have the same issue, whether she's Chidima or she's Oyinlola or whatever it is. And it's because I think that is a tad bit unfair on the Nigerians. Because if she's now going to go and now contest next year, then we can now have a conversation of that. By next year, it's a level playing field. Everybody's coming at the same time.
If you're the organizer of this beauty pageant, you might be doing yourself a disservice. Because now, yes, you get a lot of popularity and eyeballs on your forthcoming competition. But if she wins, how do you prove
prove that
it was not because of all of this?
Yes.
How do you do that?
I agree.
How?
That's why I said that if maybe she waits till next year, then it will probably lay the playing field a little bit, make it better. But right now, I don't think that it's a nice thing. But so Peterman says, I won't be surprised if Chidima wins.
Yeah, honestly.
The way he's looking.
Okay, as it stands now, if there are 36 or 37 contestants, only one is very popular. And that's already, and it's a popularity contest because it's not like your regular beauty pageant. There's a part where people will vote, right?
Yeah.
So what does this tell you already? But it's all right.
Anyway, so going back to my gist at how a man got randomly picked at a bus park and he decided...
A bus driver.
Yeah, a bus driver, and how this social media influencer, Africanews, decided to pick him and bless him with food stuff, buy gifts for his children, buy gifts for his wife. Yeah.
The man spent close to 2 million naira by my estimation. Paid their school fees.
Paid their school fees, did all that for these children. And
sorry, let me quickly help Dolupo. Trust Nigerian FBI social media people.
Yes, that's
they
what
went to look for those people on social media. And that's where Begede now be
That's where what
Begede Binos.
what is that?
That's Begede explode.
Now, according to them, so according to the gist, apparently the husband and the wife are both referring to themselves as single parents of 4. However, they live in the same house. Now, what started this issue was that when the people went to look for the woman's page and how she brandishes single mother of 4. But if you watch that video, there was no conversation about how he wasn't married. Why, when he was going to buy stuff for the wife, he didn't say anything. The man actually didn't say anything. He just went with the flow. Yeah. And now a lot of people are now going on to say that there was a lot of attack on the woman, actually. That now she's suddenly single mother, and that day was the graduation of one of her children, but the man was working, still talking about how he had to feed his family. They went to where he was living, looking nice, had a very nice, beautiful family and all that. However, people are still went ahead with their FBI and then saw that the man also had been on social media looking for a rich single lady of over 30. Now my question is, if they are both looking for other partners,
and they have 4 kids,
they have 4 kids, which is a lot of kids,
and the oldest one is already a teenager. The youngest is still a baby. I think she's barely 3 by just looking at the way or 4 max.
Now my question is,
that means they're still,
how do you tell each other's, would we say partners, that you are still living with the person that, because after a while, when it was a lot of attacking on the woman even came out to say that because a lot of people were like, that this man really still loves his wife and all that, and she specifically said, you can have him if you want him. No, I don't want to.
You don't want what?
BT616 says we can hook him up with Dolupo. Can you be an Alarin or Sola? No.
If the money is right.
No. Nope. Not now, not ever.
Because he's a bus driver.
Yes.
Is that why?
Yes.
Or because he has 4 children. You have a problem with people who are productive.
Yeah, because he's a bus driver, yes. Because he has 4 children, yes. What else?
Because he's very popular and you're not.
I don't care about his popularity. Because he does not have the kind of money I'm looking for, yes. Anything else? And because he has 4 children, yes.
Oh, you don't like children now? Is that how it is?
I like my own children.
You have a phobia for children?
I like my own children. Thank you very much.
You are discriminating against children in 2024.
I am.
You identify as children eater.
I don't care whatever you say. I do not care.
So, honestly, the question that Dolupo is asking, I hope she finds the answer. One day she will find it. For me, I have no...
BT616 says, Dolupo, a bus driver, I cannot drive me to my destiny. Don't worry.
Very possible. Please read the comment. I like...
Dolupo, a bus driver that will drive you to your destiny. Nope.
Nope. Which is the last...
I will drive myself to my destiny.
Which is the last bus stop.
I will drive myself to my destiny. I already drive. I don't need somebody to drive me.
Some people have the spirit of showing. Very creative.
I do not need anybody to drive me to my destiny. Okay. I'm okay.
So the thing about it is, first thing for me is sadly how all of these people's personal lives have taken the shine off what this amazing young man is doing, this Asher kind guy. I don't know what he does, but I just see him really blessing a lot of people and all. And I'm like, okay, this guy is nice, And honestly, I'm happy that people who like to give back or help people. But, this is typical of a lot of relationships in the world, not just in Nigeria, where the couple they're not on the same page. That's the truth. And these ones are probably just shameless that they are using Facebook to search for a relationship. So
no, but you know that to a large extent.
I'm not done. So people have some other platforms that they use, and it's coded, and they're doing it, and it's happening in and around and all around us, So I just pity their children. There are 4 of them, and I don't know, man. But bottom line is a big shout out to Africanews for being so kind. I hope the man won't even be regretting it now. That why did I even pick this guy of all people?
Yeah, I put them up, and then like you said, I think that I don't have. The honest truth is that I think that people's marriages break down. It's not a big deal. Let's be honest. Man and woman, it's not today that people mess up and those things.
That Kenny is at the back.
It's not today that people's marriages break down.
Oh, that's not what you wanted to say.
That's what I wanted to say.
Don't be using that phrase, because that's what it's only for.
Leave me alone.
You don't take away.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
See my hands over.
However, is the sense I don't get it how you people claim that you are separated, or in fact the way they are going on about it, like as if they're divorced, and then you're living in the same house. Explain to me, how do you explain that to the children?
Okay, so we have other stories that are also going to be discussed, because it's the same question that Dolupo is asking.
It's so just making sense.
So can we move
anyway, Sha, moving on from that, looks like Godwin Emefiele seems to want to take the baton of Abacha. As it's like every month there is a forfeiture of, coming from him. Now, today, a court has now ordered a forfeiture of $2.04 million, properties and shares linked to Godwin Emefiele again.
How is it possible? How is it possible? Looking at the status of this person and his place on the organogram of Nigeria, that he has things that they said he did, And again, the people who are prosecuting him, where were they? Look, you and me know that there are some transactions that you would carry out in a Nigerian bank and you will get flagged.
A lot of transactions.
You will get flagged.
Who knows you?
They will invite you in some cases.
They will block the account.
Say, Oga, come and explain this transaction. So, what happened that is now that they are now seeing traces of 2-point-something million this place.
Don't be saying trace.
This one
wait, $2.045 million is not trace. Respect some monies.
It's trace because they have not seen the main one.
Put to respect.
They are tracing it.
Put some respect. Put some respect.
Be saying money. It's killing. The bottom line is that the CBN governor, former CBN governor, seems to be culpable.
Oh, a lot.
It seems to be culpable, and if it's this culpable, then I fear for the future of Nigeria and even majorly the past. Because what's the guarantee? I say it again. There's nobody, even Dolupo that is saying that one, she's just saying it. There's nobody that can now say that they're not going to. In fact, they should be probing everybody that has worked in CBN since 1960.
Now,
they should go and probe everybody.
I mean is that I don't think it would be
deputy governors, no.
So bad. Anyway,
even the deputy governors, because I don't understand.
Yeah, it's crazy. However, it was.
I will never forget how that guy made us suffer.
He was literally in charge of Nigeria's money, so he probably could do and undo. These so-called banks that we're talking about, he had them at his fingertips.
Man wanted to be president,
so he needed all this money to do all these things, and he had those people, the people that were supposed to checkmate those things.
For 1 minute,
they were in his pocket.
For 1 minute, just close your eyes and think of Emefiele as president of Nigeria. All of us now mortgage.
Let's just be going
mortgage.
Let's just be going over at this point. Honestly, I think it's actually horrible. It's horribly sad that this is the point that we're in. Why? There's an interim forfeiture of 7 landed properties, mostly in Lagos. It's a lot in Ikoyi, and I'm like.
And they say there's no more land in Ikoyi. It's for people that don't have money.
Is it that if you have money, the land
there's land everywhere.
There's land everywhere. Everywhere.
Let me really.
You try, sir.
At least this one is no longer alleged because the court has said you should forfeit.
Yeah, there's an interim forfeiture on that.
Interim or not, forfeit.
However, most of those interim forfeitures, nothing ever comes up because what the idea is that somebody's supposed to come and claim that they own it. And if you claim you own it, you have to explain where you got the money that you used to buy it.
You have to bring proof of ownership.
So it's a lot.
Certificate of ownership.
It's a lot. Anyway, so that on that one, also talking a bit of corruption, Katsina government has introduced a special e-court for handling corruption cases in the state. Yeah.
Okay. I like technology, but e-court.
Now.
Wait, e-court. If somebody doesn't like it, they can do judgment. Everything is EU.
No.
They will just do AI of Dolupo. Just say, this is the. You have to just say, prove. Just say you're guilty.
We're moving on.
I'm giving you serious.
Don't be using me as such example.
I'm just looking out for you.
You should not be using me as you have used me too much as example today. I'm not interested. Thank you very much. Okay. God bless you. So BT616 says, when are we going to see a 60+ building in Nigeria? We're waiting for that proposed 62-floor First Bank building in Eko Atlantic since 2014. Sad.
They have not even started. And really and truly, I'm not sure we have anything that high.
No, I'm not sure.
They've not even started. And talking about Eko Atlantic, it doesn't look like that property, that particular real estate is moving as fast as they would want it to.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
But the people who were projecting and building, did they think that by now the place will not be fully populated?
They should come and go to people's houses and come and remove money from their pockets. This one that EFCC, that if you are someone that wants to buy property, that new EFCC chairman that is threatening everybody up and down.
Sorry.
Do you want to?
I heard that one TV station is moving there soon. Sorry.
Where you're big, I beg. Anyway, we'll see. We are definitely waiting for that. Moving on from that, there's interesting stories. Boom Radio now broadcasting from Eko Atlantic. So said TVC is already there. They are.
I didn't mention name.
They are. I'm just reporting what he said.
Report it. You report the person now.
BT616 says,
you did not say
Boom Radio now.
Yes, now. Against that backdrop, Momaro, boom bar, 6 hours, just lounging, Alize and other things,
Please, we're moving on.
Go back to the days of boom bar when we are allowed to put things on the table.
Who stopped you from putting it on the table?
She knows herself.
Oh, they completed the building in February. Oh, wow.
I also,
BT616 is.
I also don't know about that too.
Is on top of this matter. Anyway, I've done this info. Moving on from that quickly, there's issues with monkeypox. Look at monkeypox is getting, or Mpox, what is called Mpox now, is in Nigeria. According to the NCDC, they're saying that there are about 39 cases of Mpox recorded in Nigeria with 0 deaths. However, in Pakistan, there's a new strain of monkeypox. China is saying that they're going to start testing everybody at the airport.
So first things first, before we even delve into the very serious part of it that Dolupo is going to tell us, they should still call it monkeypox, please. Mpox is deceptive. Mpox sounds like one AI-backed kind of platform.
So Peterman says Dolupo that BT616 has property in that area. Facts. Since he knows who is there and who's not there, you get it. Like, show us the way. Show us the way.
We have already prophesied that we are moving Boom Radio there, so I'm not even worried anymore. Don't worry. In fact, 24 hours broadcast. I'm ready to talk for 24 hours. Eko Atlantic. I will open window like this, you'll see the Atlantic. I say, hello, Atlantic.
So if you move there.
Inspiration go the flow past
Nobody
this one.
can call me. Don't call me anyhow. We are not. There are only a few people.
You know, you can't call me with Nigerian number.
You can't call me with Nigerian number, Abi.
So wait. I'll be in Eco Atlantic. It's international call now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can't be calling me anyhow.
We are international.
I crossed that water. Excuse you, please.
We are abroad.
Abroad.
We're in Lagos, but we're abroad. You know,
Eco
Miami kind of things. Yeah. I have nothing to say to you. Move on.
When I wake up in the morning and it's U.S. Embassy that is my neighbor, say, hey, what's up, Mr. Ambassador? What's going on, mate?
People are looking for trouble. Anyway, we're moving from that. Now, there's a conversation that we had yesterday that there is now an update on it. Remember the Bauchi senator that was his matter was dethroned. No, the chief.
It was detitled.
It
was unentitled, because when you have a title, you are entitled. Our English is in trouble.
No, it was detitled. It was. Yeah. You used to be a titled man.
Yeah, that makes him entitled.
No, the title. You're looking for trouble.
He was entitled.
Anyway, the matter said that he wasn't given a fair hearing. Mm-hmm. He wasn't called. He wasn't informed of anything. All he saw was a letter.
From
okay. So BT616 says, Sola, help me warn Peter person. It is 616, not 666. Warn him very well.
You have
see those numbers very important.
Please put the one there.
It's enough. It's enough to explain.
Imagine you save this number on your phone. You're probably standing in front of your pastor or in front of somebody in your family.
Your phone rings and the
666 is calling you. I want a lombardi.
But however, I wanted to say something. He did not deny the Eco Atlantic fact.
No, that's after the fact.
He did not deny that. Just wanted to put that out there
for emphasis. But please, Peter man, aka Peter person, you're warned. It's 616.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Alrighty. Sadly, there are actually protests happening around India because there was
in Eco Atlantic.
India.
Okay, have we left the Eco Atlantic?
Yes, we have.
Can you leave me there? Please carry on with your protest.
Sadly, a graduate, a doctor trainee was actually raped and killed in India, and that has now sparked protests, talking about how unsafe.
Who are the people protesting? It's important that we ask that question.
Yeah, so there are quite a number of people, Indians, protesting, talking about how unsafe the country is. We know that rape is sadly a
I think it's the biggest crime in that country.
It's a menace in
India.
In India, basically. They're demanding justice, they're demanding better security around them, basically. And I think that it's actually needed. These conversations definitely need to be had.
You know, but again, in asking the government to take action, I hope that they step up their game and do something. Mm-hmm. But again, within the community, who are the people doing these things? Who are the perpetrators of this crime? And what are you doing about it? If you see something, say something, because I don't think any country in the world has this kind of rape problem that India has.
Oh, yeah, it's really horrible. It's already horrible with India. Talking about disasters around, now there's a lot of conversation happening from northern Japan, talking about a typhoon is approaching. Also, NEMA in Nigeria has reported about almost 230 persons got affected, about 32,000 houses got damaged in 27 states due to flooding.
Which year? Last year?
Okay.
Or so far this year?
This year, actually.
Wow.
BT616 says, I own an apartment at Rose of Sharon building close to Eco Atlantic. So what? Okay.
We're neighbors.
You are?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah, you see, just beside Rose of Sharon, the Rose of Mary. We're neighbors. We're neighbors.
You are. He said you are neighbors.
Well, I'm manifesting our neighborhood. sorry. That would be neighborship.
Neighborship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's close to the sea, so the ship is important.
Oh my God. I have no words. Please, we're moving on quickly from that. And before
Please
we
leave
go,
me in Lake Atlantic, Dolupo. You see, every time we talk about it, there's this spirit
that draws you back. You are not in the Atlantic yet. Just wait. Nobody say you should not go.
I am a Nikao.
Peter Man says Sola owns apartments at the Rose of Ewedu.
There's one thing you don't understand.
Oh my God.
See, bros, Shebi is still inside Atlantic. I don't mind. I don't mind. Apartment long. Even if it's 6x6 like this. No, I don't want 6x6. I don't want 12x12. I saw a video of a guy living on the island. It claims to be, and the place is tiled, fully tiled white, and the toilet and bathroom and kitchen. I'm like, actually, New York.
Please don't even go to those nonsense that they
somewhere in the Lekki Ajaxes. And the guy boldly put it out. I look at his nice apartment. Nice, what's nice? Brother, if you're cooking, you're there. If you're doing the...
I think that I saw that video and I think it's such a health hazard. Sadly.
Someone should advise him, Sha.
Anyway, before we go...
we have 7 minutes. So
probably not enough. That's what I'm saying. Football is upon us. The Premier League is back today.
Before we talk about the Premier League, the Falcons of Nigeria have maintained their rankings. They did not drop or rise. They are a non-mover.
The D Tigers have, however, dropped 4 places in the latest.
Yeah, the Nigerian men's basketball team, they've not played in a while.
They haven't.
No thanks
I'm
to
waiting
some
for the new FIBA rankings on the D Tigers. I think that is going to be very fun.
Already there now. They're already top 8.
That is daddy. Anyway, like I said, EPL is back.
Yes, sir. Football generally is back. A lot of games.
But you just said it. So Peter Man says, Dolupo, I'm not going to bring up Osimhen. I'm not going to do it. But you just did.
We're talking Premier League.
Is he not going to the Premier League?
You're wasting time.
Wow, I'm wasting time now. Anyway, let's
You are
so angry.
I'm not. I'm disappointed. It's 2 different things.
Now, Manchester United said that Eric Ten Hag has said that he's not fully ready, that he thinks that there's still something missing. This is the beginning of nonsense, so it's too early in the season for this kind of nonsense.
If he's not ready, he should not play now.
They have bought too many players. They actually, when it comes to the Premier League and how United has actually done a lot of buying.
They've only bought 4 players.
A lot of people have not bought up to that.
No, who is the people that did not buy up? It's Liverpool that you want to be abusing, Abi.
Even Arsenal has not bought up to 4
Go
players.
and check Aston Villa. Go and check Brentford and the rest.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't even want to know people who bought 4 players is not a lot. They need to buy at least 2 more for them to actually compete.
However, they have said that he's not ready. But whether he's ready or not, he's playing.
We'll find out now.
He's playing today with.
And the Nigerian boys are ready for them. Calvin Bassey and Iwobi and the Fulham will pick up from where they left off. Sorry, United. I didn't say you will lose. I didn't say.
So do you think that they're going to lose today's games?
Well, on a real, I don't think they will. But I don't think it will be easy for them. Do you know the funny thing? I've been checking a lot of punters and nobody's touching the United game. Like when people are saying bet on 10 games, nobody's mentioning this one.
It's
you can't
at
put your
8
money
p.m.
on them.
It's at 8 p.m. West African time, but I think it's too early in the season not to be able to put your money on them. But anything is possible. However, Peterman says Raheem Sterling earns $350K a week, and Chelsea doesn't want to pay Osimhen $250K a week.
Yeah,
Shola, it's not fair.
It's actually not fair. And to be honest with you, can I be very, very honest? I don't want him to go to Chelsea. I actually want him to go to Arsenal. I still believe that Arsenal is the best place for him because of the way that team is set up. But if it's Chelsea that wants him now, because it's obvious that Conte does not want to have him at Napoli anymore.
Napoli, yeah.
You know.
Okay, so by tomorrow, the games are starting at 12:30 with Ipswich Town and Liverpool. They are going to collect.
Yes, Ipswich now have a new investor.
Oh, it's okay. So he's saying that Arsenal or PSG. Yes, I think that
PSG is not a bad move for him.
It's not a bad move for him. At 3 p.m., there are going to be a lot of games. We're going to see Arsenal and Wolves, Everton.
Yeah,
and Brighton.
Arsenal are second place on the league as we speak, and Wolves are at the bottom of the league. So
we'll see what that's going to happen.
Let that be on record.
Yeah, Everton and Brighton, also Newcastle and Southampton, Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth all at 3 p.m. And at 5:30 p.m. West African time, we're going to be seeing Aston Villa and West Ham United play.
I would like to watch that one.
Yeah, I think that would be wonderful. Also, at 2 p.m. on Sunday, Brentford and Crystal Palace. And at 4:30, another one that I think is going to get a lot of people talking is Chelsea, Manchester City.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think they need to create another slot for Chelsea. With 43 players and counting.
Since they have...
what's the plan? Why do you have so many players? Why?
You can't have so many players and not win the league.
That's why they won't win. Who does he want to put there? Where is this? Have you seen those memes where they show you like 500 people on the pitch that this is the typical Chelsea training? There are too many players that they bought.
Yeah, but the problem, that's what
the
I'm
man,
saying. You can't have that kind of squad and not win the league.
How will you win when there's too many players?
Then they need to go.
See, it's easier when you have a squad of 20-something, maximum 30, but you're talking 43 and counting.
So they're not easy to
and they still want to buy.
Around.
They want to buy and they are not selling. Okay,
so BT616 says just sell Sterling and Jackson to pay Osimhen. Simple. Now the problem is that who wants Raheem Sterling?
Saudi wants him.
Okay, Saudi.
Let him
will
go
pay
to
that
Saudi.
money.
Quick.
And he's already old, so
yeah,
you should come and be going true. But what's my name? Anyway, former Chelsea boss talking about Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino is now set to take over US as the
America.
head coach.
You're making a big mistake. The only trophy this man won was PSG, and PSG no need coach. In France,
they will always win them.
Anybody that goes to PSG will win a trophy.
At least they will win them, Ligon.
America, you are making a mistake. I warned you.
BT616 seems to agree with you and says no. It looks like it's happening. Anyway, talking about a bit of football. Also, Ed Sheeran has purchased a stake also in Ipswich Town.
Yeah.
So, looks like there's more money coming from them, but do you think they have what it takes to actually stay in the league?
You don't know until the league starts now. Who thought that Leicester was going to go on and win the Premier League?
But they just got relegated.
But they are back
again.
Exactly. Yeah. So you don't know until it starts, especially with these new teams. You just can't.
Yeah, you never can say.
You don't know.
Those people. Anyway, finally, before we go, another Nigerian man has now broken another Guinness World Record for visiting the most fast food restaurants in 24 hours. A 22-year-old content creator had visited 150 fast food establishments.
What's his name, please? Let's celebrate.
Brian Unwana.
Congratulations to Brian. We're coming for that, your record, tomorrow. We, all of us.
No. Anyway, BT6 once before we go says the people that can win America World Cup have funny last name and Spanish names.
Yeah.
And they don't want that. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, that is all we'll be able to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the comments. Today was hugely hilarious. It was very hilarious. I will be back again on Monday at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Boom Bar. Do have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead.
Peace.